Hey everybody, Brandy Jones here, bringing you another exciting video in Newport, Tennessee. We built the building last week and then we tore it down. And now we're putting it up again.
Just for fun.
Just, for and giggles.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Well, the whole place is burning down, it looks like.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought I'd throw it up there and see if it would handle, and then I tore it down and thought we'd do it again. So, as you can see, it's going again. We're building it again.
We're starting it again.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for all the nice comments. People that heard a little bit about the building had fallen. And it's so embarrassing to think, God, you build something and it falls down. And I was like, oh my God, what did we do wrong? And I got a buddy of mine who's an engineer. We had it, the trusses were engineered. Everything was built exactly like we were told to do. The only one thing that we think that may have weakened the building is there's two things. A couple things is I screwed everything together like we normally do, but these have a real, they break instead of bend.
Oh, okay.
May have had something to do with it. Other than that, and we're using all big nails now and some other things that we're doing. When we anchored our long wall, that was 260 feet long wall, you guys have seen it, the building was up, is that any kind of, the wall was plumb, which means straight up and down perpendicular to the earth. And what we did is we diagonally braced it to the concrete, and we anchored to the concrete blocks of wood. The only thing we can think of is that our blocks of wood were not anchored with big enough lags or bolts into the concrete. And when a big wind came by here, it just shook that thing and it was dumb.
I know.
So.
And this happened Sunday night.
Sunday night at 8. Three quarters of it fell Sunday night at 8, and then at midnight the rest of it fell.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, it was so heartbreaking.
So heartbreaking.
And so I was just glad nobody was inside. It didn't fall when we were working on it. We took every precautionary measure as we were building this thing. Everything was fastened. We were diagonally braced. We were laterally braced. We were every way we could. The truss company, we did the way they told us to do. One thing, that wall, and we had the wall plumb. We had it actually braced on both sides of the wall.
Yeah.
We drove stakes in the ground over there and had poles going up. We had stakes on the concrete here, a ladder like that. Okay, so please don't text me, tell me what we did wrong or do none of that stuff. Please, I'm just going on. I'm going. We
got to move forward.
Yeah. So anyway, I know a lot of people. And I've been with it almost most of my life. People want to give their 2 cents of what we did wrong, Hey, if it falls 3 more times, I'll just keep trying.
That's right.
But I've got some ideas what we're doing, so we're building up. We're actually going to build this in sections. It's such a long building, and it grabs so much wind. I didn't realize when we're down here working, and then when we went up 30 feet in the air, it's a whole different atmosphere up there, man. I mean, the wind's blowing, it's colder, it's everything, So anyway, thank you if you care about us, thank you for your nice gestures, and people have been praying and all that.
We had people who sent us some fruit and some
for the guys working.
And everybody's just, the majority of the people that I've been in contact with, they are just as heartbroken as we are. And we appreciate you being so nice, so kind about it.
Yeah.
Stuff happens. It just
happens. You know what, Amanda, I thought, I'm glad nobody got hurt. If somebody would have got injured here, it would have hurt me. It would have killed me. I don't know what I would have done.
Yes.
I probably wouldn't have been able to go on.
No.
But this is our Incredibox factory.
Yeah.
And other ones, our assembly line.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it. We have February 21st, right, is our deadline to start production.
Yeah.
So that happened Sunday. Monday when we got up, there was a snowstorm here, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
There was Will, Tom, Bart, me, Albert, Bryce. God, I don't want to forget anybody. Brian and Brian. There was 7 of us.
And Rodriguez.
Yeah. And Dave. I'm trying to think of everybody. 8 of us here. Cleaned this whole thing off. It looked like a pile of sticks. And there they are right there. We're burning all the trusses and everything we're doing. We try to salvage as much as we can, but I don't want any crooked salvage split wood on this building.
No.
We're starting all over from scratch. So then I thought, what are we going to do? It took 3 months to get the trusses last time. So I called the truss company out of Knoxville, and they're going to get them here next week.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That is honestly a miracle. That's unbelievable.
And they're going to help us out. But the only thing is, I ordered them last September. These trusses are double price now.
Yes.
Last year, at September, I paid $30,000 for just the trusses.
Yeah.
They're $60,000 just for the trusses now.
I know.
So I got to build some more homes.
Believe me, we can't sit and think about it because
Yeah.
we just got to work and move forward.
So we got to go.
We just got to go.
But I changed the design a little bit.
Yeah.
Because from this wall to that building is another 60 feet. So
Yeah.
I'm preparing that if we ever do want to cover that 60 feet,
Yeah.
I changed the design of this truss to allow us to expand. So I kind of like the idea that, I don't know, there's some good in the bad, you know?
Yeah,
there's some
that's
good
right.
things coming out of it, things we learn. You guys don't know me, you don't know my life, you don't know everything that I've been through in my life, and a lot of things. I've been through a bunch. I've been through things that has been catastrophe leveled, I would say, in my life. And it's a real mental place that you go to withstand certain letdowns,
Yeah.
you know, and certain bad news that you hear.
Yeah.
And the way you handle that stuff is it's hard. It's hard to handle. You don't know where to go with your emotions and all that stuff, you know.
Right.
Because I feel totally embarrassed by it and want to, you know, I feel like a failure. There's a lot of people, you know, everybody out here's got people that want to naysay you and
Oh, sure.
and I never knew that until I got into here, that they don't want you to succeed. But I don't think about all that. I started thinking about, man, I'm glad nobody got hurt, right?
Yeah.
And I learned from it. I'm like, wow, it happens. And then when I got going, oh my God, Bart was telling me about a building. He built one that it was enormous. It was like 600 feet long building, and it collapsed. Richie in here, he's been commercial work. He's had a steel building drop 3 stories, man, and killed 3 or 4 guys and start all over. And he said, Tom was telling me he had a car wash collapsed on him in North Carolina or Florida. And so it happens.
And nobody wants anything to happen. Nobody does.
No.
So please try to think about whenever you're leaving a comment or something like that to like, listen, nobody wanted this to happen. Accidents do happen.
Yeah.
You just have to do your best to try to prevent them.
You know what? It fell. I looked at it. I came outside. I seen it. And I was like, man. And I started thinking why and trying to figure it all out. And,
Yeah.
you know, and it took a couple hours to let it all sink in. And then I thought, I'm grateful nobody was hurt.
Yeah.
I was thinking, you know, if it was the concrete lags that it didn't have big enough bolts that kept it, I'm glad that it fell and not fall when we were working on it.
Yes.
You know, on the roof.
Right.
So I learned a lot. I said, man, that's great. You know what? I called a friend of mine today, and he might be watching, and I want to tell him that I love him, and I enjoyed talking to him today, and he had some bad news that on his health, and they may have found a little bit of cancer in him, and he has to get it taken care of, and he's just Amanda knows him. He's a sweet friend of mine, and you know, I started thinking about that, you know, and he's been in construction all his life, and he's like a brother to me, and I love him, and he loves me, and you know, this catastrophe here, and then what he's got going on, he's got to go to a place, and he's got to get in there and find out what can he do and how can he handle it, and try to be positive and try to make it, and I know he's ready for that. He's a strong guy, but I started thinking about it. There's all kinds of us out there that have got these situations in life that we have to handle.
That's right.
Every day is not gonna be fun. Every day is not gonna work out. Every day is gonna be hard. Not every day, but there are gonna be days that are gonna be hard.
Yeah.
And so I think I've learned really over the years of really where to go when it comes to these things. So after about 2 hours, I went to sleep. I just woke up the next morning and I said, all right, what are we gonna do, you know?
Yeah.
And we got up and
and it was cold.
oh,
and it
wind was blowing.
snowy.
High was like 28 and the wind was blowing snow.
I couldn't make it
Yeah,
in.
you couldn't make it in.
No.
Take pictures of what was here.
Most people couldn't.
We got a bunch of pictures. We can do a video for
going
you
to,
guys.
yeah.
But also, if it wasn't for the team, the 8 guys that I told you about,
Yeah.
7 of them that came here and helped me, it had still been a mess here.
I know.
And it felt so good. I feel the heat on the back of my legs.
I mean, I'm getting hot right here.
But I was so fortunate to have this close-knit team here
Yeah.
that came here, was supporting of the company and me, and we took care of it all, and they worked right through into the dark, and we got it taken care of, and now we're burning it, getting rid of it. You know what? Let's start all over and get going.
That's right.
So I want to just tell you guys that we're good. Things happen, and I hope that this may encourage you guys, whatever you're facing in your life. It could be anything, but you got to just get your mind right, you know. And you know what I do? I count what could be worse. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, it could have been worse. It could have been this. And that makes you feel good about it. And then it's just like my dad used to tell me, he said, you know what, boy? He said, you never know the difference 100 years from now.
That's true. He
did
say that.
And it's all going to be gone.
Yep.
So anyway, hey, we just kept going.
We just wanted to update you so you'd know.
Want to update you for sure.
We'll put together the pictures. Alyssa was able to make it in, and she took a lot of pictures from yesterday. So we'll put it together and share that with you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So thanks for tuning in. If you want to watch, maybe Amanda will film the rest of this one going up. I've got a little bit different procedure that'll help us and handle. We're going to build it in sections as we go. And yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to still meet. I still want to hopefully meet. I'm going to do it February 21st. We're going to be in here. We're going to be doing our assembly line, and we're going to build Incrediboxes and have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, building.
I mean, honestly, we're still on schedule. So that's a positive.
Yeah.
So
I'm just glad. Yeah, it's just good.
I know.
So you guys are awesome to be watching us, and stay tuned. And remember, we're still going to give a house away for 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And also, if you buy an Incredibox, the first 100 people, we're going to stop at 100 people, but the first 100 people inside that, you can win another Incredibox for free if you're one of the 100 people that buy Incredibox.
Yeah.
All right. So I think, I don't know how,
we sold 63.
We sold 63.
63.
All right. And so we got 37 left. When we hit that 37, we won't build any more, but those 100 people will be included in a draw. Okay. Now, after we build and we find out how efficient we are and fast we are and building the Incrediboxes in here, then I don't have any problem opening up the assembly line again and taking in more orders.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just the 100. And I thought that'd be so cool to go 100, right? And then give one away. And that's a motivation, of course, you all to buy one, have a drawing of another one for free. $20,000 for an Incredibox. I had a lady inquire today, my brother sent me, of a nonprofit place out of Reno, and she might be watching, and I hope to hear back from her, and they're thinking about buying quite a few Incrediboxes.
Awesome.
Yeah, to help people out there that are low income housing, and I think that would be great, you know it?
Beautiful.
So a lot of neat things. The only reason I know that we have not went and sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds is because our marketing is only to our YouTube channel, you know, and it doesn't reach millions and millions of people, you know, so, but it will, and I'm not in a big hurry. As you can see, it's perfect timing. I love the amount of people that we have and the amount of people that we're going to get. It all works out. It just feeds it.
We can't build 1 million right now.
We can't do it. I'm not ready for it.
We can only build so many, so it's all good.
So it works good. You know, when you take a financial hit like this building and all that stuff, and then you got to come back and all that, it makes it a little icy or dicey. Is it icy or dicey, Amanda?
Dicey and icy.
But we're going to do fine.
Yep.
All right. Keep watching this. All right. Thank you. Subscribe.
I'm going to share the pictures after the video, too.
Okay. I'll see you guys. We're going back to building.
Okay. Bye.
drop it. What kind of pull and screw?
We can start taking it apart here.
Yeah, why not? Let's just